Yeah.
Hi. Hello, hello, hello. It feels like it's been forever because we did only 5 minutes last week, but I am Nubia
And I
of,
am Ajua
of Connecticut Housewives.
and Housewife of Connecticut.
All right. So we want to talk to you about a few things today. One mainly is that I feel like I'm walking like this. I'm on a tilt. Right?
Mm,
Still feel
yes.
the same way. Maybe somebody could
Hmm.
jump on here and tell us because it's been like what? Not even 5 days. What? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's been actually 5 days that we've been
Hmm.
off our fun cruise, and yeah, I'm still feeling like I have the what do you even call it?
It's kind of like
A
just
drowsy,
like fuzzy dizziness, like dizzy.
yeah, really weird.
Especially when you like move abruptly, like quickly. I jumped out of the bed, like because our father's m- uh
Oh,
sensor went off.
oh, is
You
what went
know, his diabetic sensor went off.
on? Okay,
The Freestyle Libre, and let's just say that was interesting. So I won't jump the gun. That's one thing what we're going to talk about it today. Let me know when you're ready to talk about it, and we'll go.
so we went on a really fun cruise, and we
Yeah.
left like on the 30th of August,
Mhm.
and then we returned like on the 5th. Was it actually the 5th
September.
of
Yes.
September? And
Mm-hmm.
we are still feeling like our equilibrium. So
What's the rock of the boat?
rock the boat, don't rock the boat, babe. Don't
You know.
don't get us
Mm-hmm.
singing, right? Because
So
that's what
fast.
we sing. That's our mo.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't know. Maybe do you have do you have some pictures on your phone that maybe you can hold? Are you on your laptop?
I'm on my phone,
On your phone. Okay.
but I actually may be able to pull up some pictures because how it goes to your Google pick photos or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I might be able to. So let's
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Mhm. I'll just have to turn the computer around. No biggie.
All
Right
right.
now I'm booting up. It's booting.
I'm typing in Connecticut Housewives
Uh-huh.
over here on the Tickety Talk. I figure, you know, kill two birds with one stone. I was on earlier today, and there was a gentleman who is, I think he calls himself Brother Rob Brady.
Mm-hmm.
No, Brother, my husband's name. Brother, Brother Gary or something like that. Brother Gary. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and he's a Christian guy, and he's like the reggae guy. So I guess I don't know if he's like Connecticut, Philly, New York, because whenever something Caribbean is going on, then he posts it on his page, and I don't know what state he's actually in. So he's like
Yeah.
the radio guy for the Caribbean community. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
so that was kind of cool. Um, good morning, good afternoon, hello. So we're also live over on the YT channel. So I jumped on his page and I was telling him that whenever I do my morning prayer um, scripture reading on TikTok at 7 a.m., that at the end of the show, whoever show is live and you've been to their room before, it automatically pops up the next person. And so his
Mm.
so his show popped up, and it has on a regular basis. But today I stopped and I listened while I was just figuring out my analytics,
Yeah.
and so I started listening to him, and I'm like, he kept saying like, naming different cities in Connecticut. I'm like, okay. And so he says, somebody else, he has a live show. Like remember Donahue? What was it? What was the name of the Donahue show? Phil, Don-
Daniel.
Phil Donahue?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the Phil Donahue show where he has a topic that he's talking about or whatever, and people just call in and have a conversation with him. So
Pretty neat.
yeah, so since I was still up here and I was having my little conversation, I called in and he says, "What's your name?" And so I said Nubian Queen, and he said, "Oh, like Caribbean Queen." He said, "Well, no." He said, "Be careful. There's somebody with that name." I said, "Well, I'm not trying to steal her name." I said, "But I am on all social media as Nubian Queen." So it was
Right.
neat. I told him I come on and I speak about marriage and talk about all that thing. So he said, well, maybe me and my husband, and him and his wife can have a conversation on his talk show.
Oh,
Okay, that'd be
nice.
fun. That'd be fun. So that was
Yeah.
this morning. That was this morning. So I made sure that before I sent him a text, I had the conversation with my husband. Don't want him thinking I'm like, jumping from one Caribbean person to another. So I love this stuff. This stuff right here, I've had this, been using this for years. Well, I can't
Mm.
do that one, but it's a hand cream
Uh-huh.
from Mary Kay, and
Oh, Mary Kay.
it smells like
It's been a minute.
honeydew mixed with watermelon, mixed with just melon. It just has a soft, um, fruity, not so much fruity, but a mild scent.
Yeah.
But it's like using a heavy Vaseline, but with a fragrance.
Mm.
You know how we grew up on that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us POCs grew up on that Vaseline thing. You know what I mean?
She's Bell Products Incorporated.
I don't think they even, I don't know if they even exist, or maybe they packed up and moved from out of the state of New England.
No, I don't know. That's a good question.
It is a good question.
You know, a lot of folks are actually moving to Mexico because it's cheaper, or other countries.
Right. Hey, Superior, I am live. I'm live on over here. I figured might as well get some more time in, and I'm over here on the YT channel with my sister. We're talking about our so she's, you know what I did? I took some Tylenol, so maybe that's why I feel a little bit less of the emotion that I had earlier. Tylenol is kind of helping me out a little bit. So how about you? How's your day? How's the start of your day?
So my day's going well. I can't complain. I've already had Pop's CNA came in and washed him up. Miss Teresa, she's a godsend, and all I can say is he's doing this thing. I gave him breakfast when she brought him to the media room. He's in there watching the westerns, so that's how Pop's going. But can I just tell you, that I picked him up yesterday morning from the facility that was keeping him until I came back, right, from medication.
Right, and you said his blood sugar was 159 over 79 or something.
So that's his blood. That's blood pressure. Yeah.
Blood pressure.
Okay, and so she was telling me that because Pop is like mild, mellow, not argumentative, nothing like that, right? She was saying that the first week he was there, he was with Mr. Stone, who was his first roommate, who was amazing. Mr. Stone actually called us up and gave us updates on our father, just let us know how he was doing.
While we're on
while we're on the cruise, right? So. But I didn't know that within the first 12 hours of him being with Mr. Stone, who was long term, they moved him to short term. Yeah. But he was enjoying his roommate, saying, "That's my roommate." I'm like, okay. Right. So, but they got along. Mr. Stone showed him the ropes and gave him some things. You need an extra pedal? There you go. Go in my closet, find it. I'm like, whoa, okay, Mr. Stone, yeah. So he was really enjoying it for at least the first 12 hours, and then he actually went down the hallway and got his own room, but in short term. But I think he really enjoyed actually being with a roommate that looked like him, and excuse me. And was in the military prior service and stuff like that. Not the same branch, but that's right. The older he gets, like that, this service member, right? So they got along well. So we're gonna take him out to get a bite to eat one day. We went to the room to say goodbye to him yesterday, and he was sick. So we went to the room. I'm like, get some hands on me, wash your hands. Okay, but he's so excited about hanging out with us, and all I can say is we only knew him for like 12 hours,
Yes.
But that man was so sweet. We have his number. He has our number. And he called and gives updates. But when I was talking to the nurse, she said the first half of his stay was awesome, amazing. He was talking to everybody, being sociable, which is pretty good for our Pop, right? And but the last week he kind of he would still come out to the nurse's station and listen to music for like 2-3 hours and then go back to his room, but because that's his jam music. But she was saying that he's just was definitely different, just quiet, like no words, whatever. But when she went to get him up yesterday to let him know we're going home, he was agitated and tired, and didn't want to get up, so she had no choice. I was there. I had already told them 2 days in advance, and then the next day prior to that, what time I was going to be there, 11 o'clock. But I got there at 10:50, and he was still in bed, and she was freshening him up and all that good stuff. But it definitely took two of the caregivers to get him into the car, not 3 this time. Thank God, that's good news. And they actually had him upright. The last time I left him for a bit, he was in bed for the 9 days straight.
9 days straight.
Yeah, and so wondering why he couldn't get in the car by himself, or that was with my help. Something told me, this time was so much different. They two ladies together, lift him up, put him in, switch him around in. But the last time, I almost let me leave without, assistance. And how you had that the spirit says, okay, help. So
Right.
I told him, I'm also prior service with issues with my neck and back. I'm gonna need some help, please.
Right. Right.
So they actually, made the attempt with one person. I'm thinking, please don't drop them.
Right.
So,
More
and
than
then they went and got two other people and helped me get in. But this morning, so last night was fine. We had dinner. We actually decided to have breakfast for dinner. I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. Tonight it's chicken in sweet potato with a salad. But yesterday I really didn't feel like doing jack diddly piddly. It was like my day to recoup from my whole fiasco at the airport.
Yeah.
But when he woke up this morning, his blood sugar woke me up at like 12:30 in the morning. His
So,
blood sugar was 65.
so what's the average? What's the average blood
So
sugar?
so an average for a normal person should be 170 to maybe 110, 120 waking up, right? No,
Say it again.
70,
70?
70, 70 to about 110 is probably like the average for the normal person. But I'm used to him waking up at least being like, 110, 128, 130, right? That's usually his range at home. But long story short is the lower that blood sugar gets, the more dangerous it is. And his was 65 when that, and then it's a whole story about how it went off. So it went off at 65, right? And so I got up and thank God there's orange juice in the house. I don't drink orange juice, but there's orange juice in the house. I gave him some orange juice with a couple of peanut butter crackers, and
We're talking about
because
elderly.
yeah. So it's a whole lot easier to bring to for a doctor or a hospital to get the blood sugar down than it is to get the sugar up when it's that low. And depending on how low it gets, you can become comatose.
Whoa.
Yes.
So the average blood sugar is 72 to 110, you said. And
So
when
70 to 110.
okay, so and then daddy pops on a monitor and you woke up because his monitor or something like that went off and he was like 65.
But this is how you know it's God, because his Freestyle Libre expired while I was gone, right?
Oh.
Which means that he didn't have one, which means they had to prick his finger and check his blood sugar while he's there.
When he was here, but can you type it in there, the name of that the monitor that he has or the patch that he wears?
Sure.
So Libre, something like that.
Yeah, pull you close. Don't be scared. You can see all the pores and everything else on my face.
Typing it into the comment section. Hello, everybody who's coming in. Hey, Neme and Namar. We're talking about elderly care. This is like sisterly talk. We went on a cruise, so we're kind of doing an update on what the cruise was like. And yeah, so we're live over here on TikTok, and we're also live on the YT channel simultaneously. So
I actually never tried to. It's not let me check anything.
So really, or maybe it's just not showing up. Which app you're trying to type it up?
Oh Lord, let I go out.
What? Okay, so my sister and I we're live streaming, and she's over on the YT channel with me. We are Connecticut Housewives, and okay, here she's coming back in here now. Hopefully, you guys, the ones who come in, can hear me.
Because I'll screw something up.
You just came back in, so you said I didn't hear what you said before. Screw something up.
I said, do not ask me to type something in the chat when you know that if we're live, I'm bound to screw something up.
You ain't gonna screw nothing up, girl. It's all a learning curve, and so that's how I'm learning how new buttons are over here. Because I notice that other people's chats that I'm on or other people's lives that I'm on, they're all calm and it doesn't have to go fast and it doesn't have to be fast paced. And some people say less words than I'm saying and they still have 100 people in the room. So I'm like, let me just chill out. Right now there's 0 people in the room, but that's okay. You know what I mean? You still keep moving, and being consistent. But that was fun today. Like I said, being popping in that room right after my live was over with. I looked at the analytics, and then other people who were live at like 8 o'clock in the morning had been on since 6 o'clock in the morning or 5. There's people in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they pray and they read scripture and they, I'm like, I'm barely getting on and reading because, there's a certain level of there's confidence, but there's like, what do you say next? And so for me, it's just easier just to read scripture. And I think I told you, I had one lady come in, and that was the day that my book on praying for your spouses, it was still in my suitcase. And so she says, well, how are we supposed to pray for our spouses then? I was like, ah. And I
Mhm.
actually took the phone and I attempted to go and get the thing out of my suitcase. And I'm like, you know what? I would wake up my whole family with my 80-pound suitcase that's not unpacked yet. It's still not unpacked. I
I
just
know, I know. I just opened up Pops because I have to do his and his clothes, and then I have to do mine. So long story short is, oh, happy day. But that's the plan for today.
yeah.
Oh, I also got a phone call from the guys that are going to put some kind of they're going to do a test on Pop's new electric wheelchair that's coming.
Right.
Um,
So what?
yes, so that's this week. So I am so excited.
So I'm talking to my sister. She's over here on the YT channel. So if you
Yeah.
can hear me, if you'd like to join us, you can come on over to the YT channel, Newbie and Queen Nation podcast. Um, and then you can see both of us sitting side by side. But it's easier for us to do it this way because when we try and do it any other way, you hear the reverb, you hear it's just a little bit too chaotic. So
Right.
this is fine. I'll give myself to upset there.
Yes. So if you look on the message, I was actually able to go to my laptop and put the message on.
Oh, chat. Okay, I see something.
Yeah, it shows up on my phone.
Freestyle Libre 3+.
You got it.
All right, so that's what we use. That's what she puts on. It's a sticker that goes on you. It monitors your blood sugar level. Right. What else does it monitor?
It monitors. That's the main thing. You can also put notes in there. So if I want to put his blood pressure, because it doesn't do both, I can actually go in and put a note and say for today his blood sugar was blah blah. I mean his blood pressure was blah blah blah. Because the doctor's gonna see all his blood sugar readings, and she's probably gonna call me and say, "Hey, what happened? I see 65," and then it shoots up to like 251. I'm like, "Oh Lord," because during that time frame, I got a little. I let him eat his breakfast and didn't give me any insulin yet because I'm like I wasn't too sure about okay, should I go back to normal or should I wait to see what's going to happen? Well, when I waited to see what happened, his blood sugar shot up. So I said, okay, yeah, it should have been back to normal, as soon as he had his breakfast or an hour or two before or after.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So that's interesting. So I'm glad that I remember when we first started the Freestyle Libre, and I went to our local CVS and something happened and it didn't stick correctly. But you also had a instance where it didn't stick correctly and you had to go. They're expensive. They're like how much? What's the average of a Freestyle Libre?
I want to say he was getting like 2 at a time at that time. But what he has now is 15 days, where before it was like 14 days with the regular Libre 3. But yeah, it was like 90 something dollars. I was like, dang, no.
I know,
you
right?
know?
And
So
$90 every 15 days, basically.
yeah, but thank God I actually had him on a program where with the exception of having to get another one, but I didn't know that you can call the company up and explain to them what happened. If you send back the monitor of the little device, they will send you another one.
I think that they did that for us.
Okay. Yeah. So it all works out. I mean, and what a difference. It makes it so much easier now. I know when you're in a nursing home, they probably don't want to do that. They want to just prick your finger and see on the device.
Right.
But if you can just have him put his have him actually go through it, his phone and see it, makes it so much easier. It's less invasive, with the exception of having to put it in every 15 days. It's better than getting your finger pricked every day. Every day, twice a day, sometimes, 2-3 times a day.
And so is there any way to be had that covered by insurance?
So yes, so he still has a copay, and long story short is I will pay whatever you ask because I only have to pay the copay. I think it's like every 6 months. I think it is right now. Every 6 months.
Okay.
So I figure the copay is about the price of having to buy one out of your own pocket. So I mean I can't complain when they're actually providing multiple, for him. It's like what 12 in 6 months.
So let's talk a little bit about, because I put as a subtitle on this and on here, Bermuda. So how relaxing, what do you think about the Bermuda cruise?
So I thought that I had a blast. First of all, we have never had a sibling vacation of any kind, and to be able to celebrate our mother's 80th birthday all together with all my siblings, to me that was a blessing. And to see Mom's expression and her gratitude was it made it so worth it.
Yeah.
So
and it was nice because there was so many things to do on that cruise. In fact, I would like to bring up. I won't be able to see it over here on the TikTok shop, but um, the some of the things. Some people had highlights of their Bermuda cruise, including our sister. Yes. Let's see. Hi. Okay. So my sister's holding up a picture of us on our Bermuda cruise, but in order for you to see it, you have to pop over to. Hey, Global Green Book. This is Ad. So this is my sister is Adjua. She goes by Adjua, and this
Hello.
is Adjua, our friend from down the street. Her friend popped on. First time here. Blessings.
Welcome.
Hey. So this
Uh-huh.
is actually my actual blood sister, and so Global Green Book and we met. I'm sorry, I forget your first name, but we met when Adjua had she had what is it, a celebration here in the town that I live in, and she came all the way from DC to celebrate with her. So true friend indeed. That's nice.
Yes. Oh yeah.
True friend indeed. Traveled all that distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So this is saying start a flash goal. Okay. All right. So what you been up to, Global Green Book? Nice to have you here with us. Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, so you and our sister was in the room together, our baby sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's in our 40s, so can't keep. She's still gonna forever be baby sister.
Get back.
And
That's
then
what it is.
room with our mother, and our brother was in a room to himself, and it was nice. I meant to like keep sisterhood. Yes, yes, yes. I meant to like keep a little diary of day 1, day 2, day 3,
Yeah.
but I didn't do that. And I saw other people who were on, and they posted, and they did have day 1, day 2, day 3. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I still have time to post it. I mean, I know that our sister's like right out the gate. She's on it. Preparing for
No
Peru.
kidding. No kidding.
She said she's on her way to Peru. Go ahead, sister.
Yes.
She's also I've been to Tanzania, but she's been to Ethiopia. She's been to the first place that I wanted to go was the Gambia, and I know that she went to the Gambia too. And so I think that's kind of cool. I still like the Gambia as a place to go and travel, but there's a lot of Americans there, but they do speak English, and that's right off the coast. That's off the west coast of Africa.
Oh yeah.
Right below Senegal. I was
Wow.
bills from Africa. They're like, wow, I'm impressed that you know the map of Africa. I said, well, I don't have a map of America on my wall anymore. I have a map of Africa, the continent.
Right.
I can tell you where different things are located if it's on the East Coast or if it's on the West Coast.
Right.
But yeah, you know what? Remember we were there. The one gentleman was telling us to go and take a cruise on the Nile. That
Yes. First of all, he was so fun.
was funny. Yeah, doctor. He was from probably Egypt or somewhere. I don't really know. He didn't really say.
Was it Dr. Mike? Who was his name?
That sounds about right. That sounds all right. So Global Green Book, she's gonna have to help us to find a cruise going on the Nile. That would be so cool.
Yes, please.
And do we have to fly from here to Africa, or can we take a whole cruise from the United States all the way over to you went to Ghana. She also went to Ghana. Yes.
Amazing.
And she said, Inshallah, I will be back in Gambia in April. Okay, girl. Is there not a sister trip?
Yeah, that's right. I do. Pick me.
Yes, please. Trip to Ghana. Yes. Thanks for coming in. Yes. So I am so intrigued with that. My husband was saying today. So we're hopping all over the place. But Bermuda trip was fun. I think I've been to the Bahamas for a day trip. Like you take the boat from Florida over to the Bahamas, I think.
Right.
And then we stayed in Bahamas for a few days, and then we just took the boat. I want to say ferry, but we took the boat back over from Bahamas to Florida. I believe that's what happened. And my girls were really little, but my husband's like, we need to have a plan because we all know that. What there's a lady says, divided we stand. Something we fall. What's that saying that we used to say?
Divided we stand, and no. Divided. How can you be divided and stand?
Divided we fall.
Yeah. I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Crumbling, and my husband's like, we need to come up with a plan, and I'm like, we absolutely do.
Well, I used to follow this lady from Africa, and she used to call us the divided states of America. I'm like, oh Lord.
No, I know.
She was not wrong.
Second or third people that I started to follow during way back during the pandemic. I'll say it that way, but pandemic. But anyway, not trying to get messed up. Hello, come on in. we're live on the TikTok over here, and we're live on YouTube over here. Oh, YT.
TikTok, you don't stop.
So she says my sister is heading there in October. I will ask her about cruises in Egypt. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
If
Much appreciated.
why can't we do like what's our Jamaican guy who he had the whole I like America. I like America kaka. She put AMERIKKA.
Ooh. Don't add one more K, girl. Don't add one more K. Don't do it. Old staff did.
Well, the guy who dominated, he was just doing some things over here in America, and he had a cruise ship. I'm like, if this man could do a cruise way back in the he's not Haile Selassie. Hey, pretty lady, come on in. Hey, CJ. What is the guy? Garvey.
Oh, James Garvey?
Garvey. How'd you get a picture of by yourself? She's standing by the the tree in Bermuda. I don't remember solo pictures in Bermuda.
Well, I actually walked away to go get the castle, whatever the whatever that thing is right there at the port. And I happened to walk back by myself.
With the three letters that you just said. It's in there. I hear you, girl.
Hey,
we're connecting to your channel. So, it is, hey, bestie. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So my husband's like, we need to make a game plan. And there's certain people that he listens to that are like, and I'm not saying that it's all doom and gloom because he's on top of it. He's praying for the family and we're trying to come up with a game plan. But I said, I can't live there 24 hours a day. We do need to come up with a plan on what we're going to do. Because there are people that are Americans that have, affluent from the suburbs that are fleeing to France and fleeing to all these different places in Europe, Italy,
right.
Germany, Greece. And us people, us POCs, we need to do the same thing. But I told my husband, I'm just trying to wake up and not feel motion sickness. That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful pictures. My sister's showing me pictures of her and us when we're over in Bermuda for that cruise. And we're trying
Bermuda. Okay, now here, let's see if I can zoom in on it. This is the picture I was.
So why are you doing that? My thing is, if Garvey, if he could do
Garvey,
yeah, I said Garvey, and I understand Harvey. Okay. Garvey. So if we have a book. So if he can have a whole steamline or a cruise that he had to take people back, then why can't we do that? This is 2025. Beautiful. My sister's showing me that is a beautiful picture of Bermuda.
Stunning, right?
With the cliffs and everything. Good morning, good afternoon. I keep saying morning. I'm so used to this. Thank you. And we're gonna celebrate my friend who just hit level 4 over here. Yay. Added to her. Congratulations. And I'm gonna do cheers. Did you hear that? You heard it?
Heard it.
You can hear her. Hopefully she can hear you when you're talking too.
I heard that. So she can hear me?
If you can, she's gone. If anybody is listening, thank you for sharing it out. Please put some ones in the comment section if you can hear my sister say something. Say testing.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
So,
can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I just want to make sure that it reaches all the way over to my phone, which is sitting over here to my.
Oh, maybe you need a little microphone. That little microphone you have, a little fuzzy fuzz microphone, and put it over by your phone. Mind blowing.
I'll be ready for next week.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a few nice people. My husband's like, he's coming up with a master plan. He said, and you're watching 2 hours of what's our
The Buccaneer.
The Buccaneer, and then there's another one that I was watching. What's one we watching for that? That's what Gilded Age.
Yeah, Gilded Age. Yes.
I said, honey, I can't live. I gotta. First of all, I'm missing my daughter, who we just shipped off to the UK. And my son's always working because he's at that age. Beautiful pictures that she's sharing. You're gonna have to go to the YT channel at Nubian Queen Nation, guys, and look at the beautiful pictures that my sister's posting. of the whole Bermuda. That's a dream. Can you imagine people who live there? Do they really appreciate the fact that they live on such a beautiful island?
I know, I know.
Thank
And
you.
just even the cloud, like skyline, is just so gorgeous. Like, and it's picturesque. I couldn't make this one up, right? You
Yeah.
couldn't even add something as pretty as that.
Yes.
So,
I love that Global Green Book said one. She put the number one in the comment section, so she's saying that she can hear.
hey, girl.
Thank you so much. But I'm telling you, so Senegal is some place that I want to go.
Yes.
Ghana, I wouldn't want to live in Ghana because there's a lot of Americans that are there now. It seems like it's becoming overly populated with Americans, and the prices of things are going up and escalating. But
I'm telling it's greed. It is just naturally, people are naturally greedy.
and it's just built in, and I hate that for us because I think that we could dress up, we can blend in, we could wear a head wrap, we could wear a long dress, which what you and I do on a regular basis, anyways. But when we
Mine's hair wrap because I'm hot.
what I'm saying, we could blend in,
Yeah.
But
Right.
the moment we speak, then it's all over. And instead of charging us with whatever the regular, and you know what? On some things, I say if you're in a different country and it's a loaf of bread, say, or a piece of fruit, and if it's 50 cents and they're going to charge us 75 cents, I mean, come on, you know what I mean? But you're going to double and triple and quadruple the price. That's where I think it's unfair. You know what I mean? Because not every American that goes over there to live or just to visit is a Beyonce or a Jay-Z.
Facts.
So we're regular average Americans, and most of us we have to save up to do these trips, and so that's like the last time we went to Jamaica as a family. Well, I went with my husband and his siblings, and they're Jamaican, and I understand that there's poverty everywhere. And like, what does it say in the Bible? It says, "The poor you will have always." She says, "I'm moving to Ghana, inshallah, and continue business in Gambia." Girl, I'm right there with you, honey. Make sure that you open up an Airbnb quickly, because when people want to come, and if you know people are quality people, I will go and stay in your Airbnb, honey.
Yes, ma'am.
And just to support also. But I thought that now you know I'm losing train of thought. Does anybody know? Thank you. Hey, Whitney Chain, thanks for coming in. That's beautiful. I love it. So we just want to support, and you don't want to feel like people are taking advantage of you.
Right.
And gladly give. We want to give to other people, and we want to support, but we don't want to be gouged either, because that just feels icky.
Yeah.
Let us give because we want to give. Don't overprice us because you know that we're American. My thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, I know places like Portugal and Greece are being overly saturated with Americans, and so now some of the locals can't afford to live where they live. Hey, CJ, you're still there? Can you hear my sister talking? Also, give us one. Oh, you have to send me that picture. That's cute. That was us at our what did they call it when you go?
The dining. The captain's dining or something.
Hey, put the phone down and put the laptop so I can hear you. It was like they used to call it Captain's Night, but now it's like the special night where everybody dressed up in their best dress and served dinner at 7:30, and that was really lovely too.
Right, it's just their formal dinner.
Yes. Hey, Jay Ice coming in. So also, CJ, you'll see that my the panel on TikTok is all filled. So they have it where every Sunday night at midnight, your thing restores or resets. And so there's a group that I go into in the morning, and on Monday morning, and then we all clean up or fill up each other's gallery. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
There's gallery. So, but I really do want to have a sisterhood cruise going to back and forth to Africa. She says, yeah, that foreign BS local prices kills me. We can't do that.
Foreign versus local prices, yeah.
Foreign versus local prices kills me. Can't do that here, which I wish we could. Yeah, right. We don't do that to local people who come to America, or people, Europeans that come here. We don't change the price. So I understand that there's a different level of, poverty or whatever in different countries. But there's a lot of people who are thriving also. We don't want to make it like Africa is a poor continent. Africa is a rich place, especially when you go to this.
Well, they want us to think that it's a poor place. I met someone that was like
Good morning, Lucy.
older than me, like oh, probably almost a decade, right? And the person's mentality growing up in the South was that all African people run around with a loincloth in a sphere. I'm like, dude, are you serious?
Right.
You know, is
Right. And
clearly that's what the schools are teaching.
right. And
Seems like,
Nigeria to me is like New York City. There's a
yeah.
lot of different. I mean, I can name a lot of different places. I mean, when we went to Dar es Salaam in Tanzania,
Uh-huh.
it was also like New York City. I mean, there were some dusty paths and dusty roads, but I'm talking about building wise structure, the Marriotts, all those places like that. I mean, you have to first go there. You can't take what Big Red, the PREZ said here, because it's not the pit of HELL. Those places are thriving. And then they're actually way wealthier than the United States. They have all the minerals and resources there, She says they do not all have poverty mindset, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Yes, not all of them, no.
Right.
But we as a people, we need to start going over and purchasing the land and opening up stores and doing things, because other people will tell you, when I was in Tanzania, the East Indians and the Arabs, writing it down, and the Chinese, they were buying up stuff. They were owning most of the grocery stores and all that kind of stuff. And even when I went to go ahead, there was a lot of nice shops, but majority of the shops were not run by people from Bermuda.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, actually, they are because they're grafted in, right? But as far as like native born, probably not so. But if you look at it, if you look at all the Caribbean, actually, if you look at all the beautiful places that are actually in the world, from Maui to other places, the people that are there now are not the indigenous people that were there, and the ones that are actually indigenous have to go somewhere else because they can't afford to live there.
Right.
If they do, they live like paupers.
Right.
You know.
So there was a beautiful front when we get off the ship in Bermuda. Very well kept. I mean, we didn't go beyond into the city, the village, whatever you would call it.
Unfortunately, right. Well, long story short, I would have, but our mom didn't want to walk, and I didn't want to.
Right. And that, other times we can do that on different times since they own everything. Yes, they do. They do.
I have a real nice picture of us girl siblings with mom, but my hand is on our sister's fanny.
So she's your sister. She's your sister.
I was going to turn it and show it. Like, wait a minute, is that? And I said, well, let me check the next picture. My hand is on my sister's rear end.
She's your sister.
On the high impossible. You got that nice white dress on with the beautiful flowers that are nicely spaced on the dress. Ooh la la, Sasu.
Wait a picture. Put your hand over your.
Oh, I'm just gonna show it. They you get a comment,
Why you do that? Because they have even built their own private communities. Yes, that's you hugging her. That's where are we?
No, actually,
that was you. Want the picture from?
I had someone take a picture. No, that was actually before you get off the ship.
Got you right.
Yes, it was the other side actually had the cruise ship, the name of you had to pay for, but ours for free.
Am I frozen?
No.
Looks like I'm frozen. I froze. Right. But they have even built their own private communities strictly for them, which is crazy to me, right? So how do you come over as you come over and you build a community, and then the Africans can't come in? How crazy is that?
Ridiculous.
I mean, they're going in, they're building their own communities, and then you can't walk into a restaurant and you can't come into their communities. I mean, we can't do that in their countries, and I won't even. Like, remember, our aunt Joycey, her brother, Talib. I can't say his name.
Okay, I know.
Well, he's on. He just kind of passed.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Unc. Yeah, I'm talking to my sister Ajua. Same name as our friend Ajua. But it's just crazy. And the world is just, I remember me and my memory, it's getting better in Jesus' name, I'll say that. But
amen.
there's a song that said the world's turned upside down. Besides Diana Ross saying upside down, but there was the guy who did the play, and he became really really famous. It was a history on Hamilton. You know what I'm talking about? Hamilton. My kids knew that whole album backwards and forwards.
Oh, yeah, well, I know that. I know the show Hamilton. Yeah.
Okay, well, in there they had a song, and it was saying the world is turned upside down, and that's basically what it feels like right now, for real, for real.
It does.
Yeah. So, so let's see. We talked about adult elderly care, our father, adult care, and the world falling apart. I'm so glad that you can jump on here, Global Green Book. We totally appreciate you, and please keep us in the loop of your trip to you said Ghana in April. Is that correct?
Phone call.
You have a phone call? Okay. Okay. So I totally appreciate it. Let me go back in the comment section to see if I can, because you said the places that you were going to be in. Let's see. So in October, your friend's going to be in Ghana. Oh, you're going to be in the Gambia in April. Got you. Cool beans. Yeah, it would be. There is a group too. Global Green. Say again. Sis, say again.
Did you hear him just give my address?
No.
Okay. No. You couldn't hear the phone call, right?
I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
So I wanted to tell Global Green Book and anybody else who might be listening over here that there's a group called Booked and Bougie, and I can't wait. They're supposed to be going and traveling together as a group of women, and I know. And their thing is you have to be vetted before you go, because they're not trying to have any of the no drama. So they actually ask you questions, because even though the word booked and bougie is in the title, they're not trying to attract all the bougie, snobbish, arrogant people. Okay, I got you. Girl, you got your whole itinerary planned out. I ain't mad at you, honey. I am not mad at you. Yes. April, June, Gambia, Ghana. April and June, Gambia and Ghana. Look at her. Who's your look, either DM me on over on TikTok or something and give me your travel agent, because you probably getting some good prices and you know when to travel. And I need to be somewhere in June every year, whether it's a cruise or something. Hey sis, you look like you're frozen. My sister, Ajwa. So June, I am not playing. So anyhow, thank you for the people who are popping in and out over here on the TikTok side. I totally appreciate you. Girl, I'm getting out. I hear you. I hear you. I am on your tail. What's it call it? Holding on to your tail. What's that called? You know what I'm talking about. I'm right there. Okay, my sister popped out. She'll pop back in here. Yeah. So I think there's something else that I wanted to talk about for today. Hey sis, give me a second. So the other thing I want to say until next week, I want to make sure that you and I and other people that we know, we spread the word that there is on Instagram. I posted there's a food label called Good, and I want to talk about that next week.
Yes.
And I meant to go and take my of course my son asked me to borrow my car as I was live this morning on my prayer call, or reading scripture. And so I said, yeah, take the car. Well, I forgot that I wanted to go to one of those stores, just go into the store that I know I don't shop at, and most of us have not shopped in that store or those stores since the beginning of the year. But go in there and grab some cans of Good. It's called Good Foods Products, I think.
GOODE, all right?
Yes. So hopefully next week I can take some pictures of it. Coattails. That's right, girl. You heard me say it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I'm pulling on the coattails of Global Green Book. Go and check her out over on Instagram and TikTok also.
He's going to Morocco.
Say again?
She just started sharing my Morocco trip. So she went to Morocco. We missed it.
I'm trying to get my husband to move to Morocco, even if it's just the beginning place, because there's different corporations there. How do they treat you there, sis? They was probably loving that melanin. Wow.
Actually, I heard that we're not like received, if you unless you're Moroccan, I I think our money is received better than we are, but I
Yeah,
could be wrong.
but I follow some people there, so there's just different stories everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't finish the thought. So guys, when you get a chance, also go over and support. Hey Dan, go over and support a group called Booked and Bougie. Booked and Bougie.
You
Yeah,
said booked and let me write that down. Booked and bougie. Oh my.
I'm gonna I'll put it in the comments over here. Thanks for popping in, friend. Hey Deanna. Yes, I cannot wait. So where'd you post your pictures from Morocco? Is it on YouTube or is it on Instagram or all the above and TikTok? Very Parisian though. Yes, right? Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I
Mhm.
love the Ethiopian do you have any pictures of you said you went back to you went to Ethiopia some years ago with your children? That would be interesting. My daughters say that when they go places, especially when my daughter went to school in DC at the all girls school, that people kept mistaking her for an Ethiopian person. I'm like, I'll take it. Please take me. They're food, and I hear that there's a huge population of Ethiopians in DC. I googled it, and that's like a mecca for Ethiopians. Would you agree? She's there. There is colors in there. A lot of people from um, Koite Vore, I don't know how to say it, living there. Okay.
Hmm.
Vore. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, do they? What is their language sound like um, in Morocco? Probably Arabic, right? Is one. I think that's interesting how there's a lot of because the friend that we met, Dr. Mike, he was speaking Arabic to us, right? Remember? Well, he gave us a couple of phrases. Ajwa, remember on Arabic?
Oh yes. He was so funny. He was so funny. He was teaching all the Americans how to say "I love you," as opposed to like other things.
I told him that I learned in Turkey when I was there. I learned to say merhaba, and he was trying to tell me no to say a different way. I'm like, that's not how they said it there. I lived there for 18 months. I know. And he
Mhm.
was trying to get me to say I love you to him, and I'm like, it's merhaba, sir. It's not. It sounded close to what I was trying to say.
Right.
He was funny. He was funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
He didn't want us older people's phone number. He wanted our sister's phone number, which
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Says
He sure was popping up everywhere.
again. He kept popping up everywhere.
Yes, he did.
He did. She said Ethiopia is nice. DC is a little Ethiopia. Yes, yes.
Ooh.
I next time I go there, I want to completely go and make sure I have a cup of coffee and eat Ethiopian food in DC.
Oh my goodness. She says that French, Spanish, Arabic, and Aram, A- Aring, Amaring,
I'm
all spoken in Morocco. That's amazing.
okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Hmm.
We would
Hmm.
understand a little bit of Spanish. I still have time to learn. I think at this time because there's a few countries on the continent of Africa that speak French,
Hmm.
and because my daughter's boyfriend fiance is
So, mhm.
French. Actually, she said that I could go ahead and say it. So
Oh,
they
what?
got to the Bahamas and he proposed to her. Um,
Wow.
so they are actually officially engaged.
Gotcha.
Yep. Very
Congratulations, niece and soon to be nephew. Hmm.
yes. We're fortunate with. So I'll tell her she has to watch at 48. Hey, hey, friends. So I see, yeah, different comments are popping up all over the place. But anywho, I wish I could pose a picture. Yes, I
Hmm.
can. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. I don't have any pictures on my laptop, but maybe I can go into Google. Go into my Google. Sometimes it's like now you have to tell your phone. She says the later is the indigenous language. Okay, the latter is the indigenous language. Okay,
Oh, okay.
Amaringa. Amaringa. You should probably put that into Google and see how you pronounce it.
Hmm.
Yes. Hey, Shanna Slater. So I'm gonna look in my Google file here and see if I can find a picture of him. And my daughter's like really tiny, tiny, tiny way down here, and he's really super, 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 super tall. He said that I asked him the other day. I said, "Well, can you speak Creole. He said he doesn't speak Creole, but he does speak French. And
Mm.
French is a little bit more formal, I guess, than the broken language of Creole. But
Okay.
that's kind of exciting for her. Hello, girl mom. Come on in. All right, so I'm going to my Google to see if I have any pictures.
And I am in turn. Okay, so it's Maringhe in English.
AM.
Ghe or Ghi.
And how
Mm-hmm.
and ask Google how to pronounce it.
Okay.
Attitude shift. King Tut. All right, King Tut came to the room today. All right, sir.
Okay, I won't be able to hear it because we're actually.
Oh, okay. So you're on your phone and okay.
I'm on my phone, but I have UT up on my laptop, right?
Uh-huh.
And I have it muted, but if I unmute it, then I hear us.
Okay.
So, but okay, Marie.
Okay.
With the second syllable. See, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking because Global Green Book. Did you ever see the movie Ajwa of the Global Green Book, or it's called Green Book? Did you ever see that movie? It was talking about what 40s and 50s and probably beforehand, where people of color didn't have any place to stay, and so they started creating little, basically Airbnbs where people could come in and sleep.
Exactly.
And have,
Our great grandparents were Green Book people. They had famous people coming to stay on their property.
Where? In Maine?
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. Where'd that one originate from?
Oh, Amarai. Amaraya. That's how you say the whole thing. Oh, I think.
Okay.
Oh, nope. I got one.
That starts with an M.
Amarigi. Amarigi.
Okay. So did that story come from our cousin whose initials are MM in Maine? Okay. Some of the stuff needs to. It doesn't need to be just passed down word of mouth. It needs to be recorded. It needs to be written down. It needs to be in a book so we can get the story straight and have some receipts.
I remember Grandma saying that she wished that Marita would actually do a book on their lives, And I thought to myself, at that time, I wasn't secure enough to say, hey, I could actually talk, I could actually record her and have her tell me the whole story. It's not until hindsight's always golden, as far as what you could have done or what you should have done. Mm-hmm. But I think it was one other relative that was alive during that time frame, and she lives in New Haven. The
one that I walked into their store and I didn't know if they were late to me.
Huckabee or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. I walked into the store to do a commercial for my class that I was in for retail. And I just chose that store, walked in there. Well, of course, that was divine, right?
I was like, did you really just choose that store? That store chosen for you.
I walked into this little corner store, and they had incense, all these beautiful smelling things. And so I'm not sure if I looked like somebody, but I went up to the front and we started talking. And I said what little town I was from. And then she knew my grandmother. I was like, what? Say what?
And they go back and forth to one another for a long, long period of time. Mm-hmm.
And see, that's the thing. The older people, our lineage, our the legacy, all those people, they're passing away. And our generation needs to pick up that ball and make sure that we all stay connected. Because right now, all of us first cousins that grew up in the area where I am, we all knew each other. We spent time together. But the kids that we've produced, they can walk in the mall past each other and not even know each other.
You're not wrong. I think that our cousin Me might just do it. He said what he's going to do, and I'm like I'm right along his lines as far as progression and what we're going to do, because sometimes you have to be able to have the resources, whether it be financial or whatever the case may be, to pull together.
Putting in there, building a legacy and building an empire.
Yeah.
Building an empire. That's what we all need to do, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So
And that's the mindset you have to have in order to make it happen. So I'm
yes,
excited.
yes.
Well,
So
I've never gotten so many phone calls during the time frame. No.
so so we appreciate all the people who came through, and seeing how we have like 5 minutes or so left to
Sure.
the hour.
Cool.
We'd like to thank you, Global Green Book, for coming through, and thank you for all the people who came through over on the TikTok side.
Hmm.
Those who came in stayed, and so those who passed through, appreciate you. And
Hmm.
I want to look at before I go. Um, let's see, not the chat because I'm in the chat. Oh, I know. I wanted to hit at this point like, comment, and subscribe. You know what? I need to also start to let's see if I can bring up and do a little commercial of my book. Because I bought the book to share with you guys, and I forgot to say, hey guys, does anybody want to support your sister by buying a book? Um, so it's how to thrive or
Of
both.
course. I'm glad I caught you live.
Oh, that's what she's saying. Oh, you're reading it
Little
now.
Green Book.
You're, you're reading back on the chat.
Yes, Global Green Book said, of course, I'm glad I caught you live.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see if I can figure out how to do this little commercial. Disable the camera. Let's see. Share screen. And let's see if I can share. All right. Tell me what you see. I'm going to hit it.
Okay, figure words. Share, like, subscribe, and share with a friend.
Wait, I'm doing my commercial. Can you see it?
This is my new book, Anthology.
I can hear it.
I am one of the authors,
Oh, I can.
and it gets better. It's getting better. Whether you're retired, whether you're about to be an empty nester, your children are gone, you're trying to figure it all out, we still have purpose, ladies. We still have purpose. So grab my book, Boldly Beyond 50. Just leave me a DM, leave me a question, a comment, or whatever, and I will get this book out to you. But just remember, we have so much more inside of us. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Peace and blessings.
Amen. Now, you didn't specify that
Hello, queens.
the whole book is
So if
not
you're a queen over
you.
the age of 50,
You're an excerpt,
you need to read this. So this is my
right?
new book, Anthology.
Anthology.
I am one of the authors, and it gets better.
Gotcha.
It's getting better. Whether you're retired, whether you're about to be an empty nester, your children are gone, you're trying to figure it all out, we still have purpose, ladies. We still have purpose.
Love it. Love it.
So grab my book, Boldly Beyond 50. Just leave me a DM, leave me a question, a comment, or whatever, and I will get this book out to you. But just remember, we have so much more inside of us. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Love it.
It's savvy over here.
Yes, yes, you are, sister.
So,
I am like totally amazed to watch this thing unfold with you.
so this is let's see. Let's go back. I can delete that. It's fine. Nope, not that one, not that one. Remove it. All right. All right.
Okay.
My commercial, I might have to do that once a week, figure out how to do that in there.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming in. And we're closing out here. Thank you, Chocolate, the Hopper, the Rosa for coming in, Girl Mom, all those who came through. Of course, peace and blessings to Global Green Book. And how do we end our thing again? Peace,
Love and blessings.
Sit over here too. Peace, love, and blessings. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. Come back and visit us again Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. Also, you can join me at 7 o'clock a.m. over here on the TikTok. Maybe I'll start doing it with YouTube so I can just, spruce it up a little bit. But we appreciate you. I also come on and I pray for future spouses, and your significant others. So.
And that was 7 o'clock a.m., right? Not p.m. Is it 7 o'clock a.m.?
Eastern time. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for making sure that's clear. And we appreciate you all. Anybody who's watching later on, put pound play. replay, pound replay in the comment section, and we would totally appreciate you. All right. Ciao for now.
Doodles.